Good morning. It's almost 9. It's 9 a.m. I'd like to read this main battle tank. So it's Monday. I got through the weekend and I've just been on my online banking. Because I like to see myself. I have paid my rent apartment today. That's fine. I just need more payment tomorrow and Wednesday. And I have 6 payments, some shopping credit. So this is a big mess. Because I have a low income, I have a pension, Danish pension, low income, and I have debt and bills every month. And I need money for food, but now it's 22 degrees. The sun is shining, so the temperature will get up to like 30 later maybe. So I will go to bed and read my whole day. I will waiting till the sun go down again around 7 or 8 p.m. But it's only 9, so that's 10. In 10 hours, 10 or 11 hours. So we're just reading 10 to 11 hours, then go to bed, watch Star Trek. I still have to pay some more debt tomorrow. But that's never ending. That's like it's like impossible to pay down credit card debt. It takes many hundreds of days and years if you have a low income. And I just spent $70 yesterday, $70 from my credit card. But let's read this.
T-14 Armata. T-14 redirects here. For other uses, see T-14, disambiguation. The T-14 Armata, Russian, 1-4, industrial designation Russian, 148, Romanized, OBH 148, lit. Object 148, is a Russian main battle tank, MBT, based on the Armata Universal Combat Platform. The Russian army initially planned to acquire 2,300 T-14s between 2015 and 2020. By 2018, production and fiscal shortfalls delayed this to 2025, before Russia announced the apparent cancellation of the main production run on the 30th of July 2018. However, as of 2021, the Russian state-owned TASS media agency claimed the Armata had been expected to begin serial production in 2022, with delivery of a test batch of 100 to the 2nd Guards Tamanskaya Motor Rifle Division expected to begin in 2022. The tanks are planned to only be officially transferred following completion of all state tests. In December 2021, the Russian state conglomerate Rostock stated that serial production had commenced, with more than 40 Armata tanks anticipated to be delivered to Russian troops after 2023. On the 4th of March 2024, Sergei Kemezov, the CEO of Rostock, stated that the T-14 Armata had entered service with the Russian armed forces. History, edit. After the cancellation of the T-95 in 2010, Ural-Vagon Zavod began the OKR Armata armament design study. The study resulted in the Object 148 based on the T-95, itself based on the Object 187. The Russian Army curtailed T-90 orders beginning in 2012 to prepare for the arrival of the new tank. The T-14 first publicly appeared in March 2015, when several tanks with covered turrets were seen loaded on train carriage in Albino. It was subsequently revealed on the 9th of May during the 2015 Moscow Victory Day parade. During the 2015 rehearsals, one of the tanks suddenly stopped moving, and after attempts to tow it failed. It moved away under its own power after about 15 minutes. At least 7 T-14 Armata tanks appeared in the 2015 and 2016 Moscow Victory Day Parade, 5 in 2017 and 2018. 4 were anticipated in promotional materials in advance of the 2019 parade. The state trials of the tank started in early 2020. This became known in April 2020, when Minister of Industry and Trade Denis Manturov stated the T-14 has already been tested in combat conditions on the territory of the Syrian Arab Republic. Subsequently, in July 2020, testing of an unmanned version of the T-14 called Tashinkabi, Russian, was announced. In November 2022, the Moscow Times and Newsweek reported that the state program under which the T-14 Armata is being developed had been halted because the 2022 Russian invasion of Ukraine necessitated radical changes to the planned expenditure for urgent needs. The same month, several videos and photos of T-14s appeared on social media, apparently training at the same grounds as Russian military personnel who were mobilized. The videos were located to a training ground in Kazan, where cadets of the Kazan Higher Tank Command School train. On the 4th of March, 2024, Sergei Kimizov, CEO of Rost Corporation, stated that T-14 Armata entered service with the Russian Armed Forces. Procurement, edit. In 2016, the Russian Defense Ministry announced that it had signed a contract for a test batch of 100 T-14 tanks to be delivered by 2020, with the full project to be extended until 2025. In July 2018, Deputy Prime Minister for Defense and Space Industry Yuri Borisov said there is currently no need to mass-produce the Armata when its older predecessors, namely the latest variants of the T-72, remain effective against American, German and French counterparts, saying, "Why flood our military with Armatas? The T-72s are in great demand on the market." Instead, a modernization program of the T-72s, T-80s and T-90s in service will take precedence. In August 2018, at the Army 2018 Forum outside Moscow, the Russian Ministry of Defense signed a contract for the purchase of 32 T-14s tanks and 100 T-15 infantry fighting vehicles, with delivery to be finished by 2021. In February 2019, it was announced that the first 12 tanks would be delivered by the end of that year. In August 2019, the Russian military-industrial courier reported that out of a contractual agreed 132 Armata platform vehicles over 3 years to 2021, including T-14 tanks, and also T-15 IFVs and T-16 Grim ARVs, Ru-16, assuming production of 44 vehicles a year, only 16 would be delivered by the end of 2019. This implied a shortfall of at least 28 vehicles that year. By November 2019, the delivery forecast slipped to late 2019 or early 2020. In mid-January 2020, the head of Rost, the conglomerate owning Uralvagonzavod, said no Armata platform vehicles including T-14 tanks had been delivered, and in February the CEO of Eurowagen Zavod only said that Armata platform armor, not necessarily T-14 tanks, would start shipping to begin operation evaluation in 2020, with the full contract of 132 Armata platform vehicles completed by 2022. Furthermore, also in February 2020 it became evident that the set of requirements for the intended engine of the tank were not met by the Construction Bureau, and the project of development of the engine would be closed in the first quarter of 2020, further delaying the introduction of the tank for an unspecified time. In August 2020, the Industry and Trade Minister told journalists that the production of 132 Armata platform tanks and fighting vehicles including T-14 tanks had begun after the resolution of problems with engines and thermal imaging equipment, and they would be issued to the armed forces in 2021. In July 2021, Minister of Industry and Trade Denis Manturov said the tank would enter serial production in 2022. However, in March, Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu claimed that only an experimental industrial batch of T-14s would be delivered in 2022. In August 2021, Deputy Defense Minister Alexei Krivoruchko said that the Russian armed forces would receive 20 T-14 Armata tanks by the end of 2021. On the 23rd of August 2021, a Rostock official said that the company had shipped an unspecified number of T-14 tanks in an experimental batch to the Russian armed forces. In November 2021, state trials were in progress and expected to be completed in 2022, and a pilot batch of 20 tanks was yet to be delivered to the armed forces. On the 24th of December 2021, First Deputy General Director of Rostock Vladimir Artyakov announced that serial production of the T-14 was launched. On the 9th of December 2021, MiG First Deputy Chairman Andrei Yelkaninov said that state trials of new ammunition loader for the T-14 should be fully completed in 2022, and that more than 40 Armata tanks will be delivered to Russian armed forces after 2023. On the 4th of March 2024, Sergei Kemizov, the CEO of Rostock, stated that the T-14 Armata had entered service with the Russian armed forces. However, Kemizov also stated that, because of cost concerns, it would not replace the T-90 currently in service. Claims of deployment in Ukraine, edit. On the 25th of December 2022, Russian TV presenter Vladimir Solovyov posted footage of the T-14 in combat training with other sources claiming that the tank was being prepared for battle and already deployed to the conflict zone, with a military expert saying the videos were probably shot near Kazan. On the 25th of April 2023, RIA Novosti reported that an informed source claimed that the T-14 Armata has been used to fire indirectly on Ukrainian positions. It is yet to be deployed in direct assault operations. The tanks have been given extra protection and the crews have gone through combat coordination. The tank was also absent from the Victory Day parade on the 9th of May for the first time. Some outside observers expressed skepticism regarding the T-14's combat readiness. On the 19th of July 2023, TASS quoted two unnamed defense industry sources stating that Russia's Southern Battle Group had deployed T-14s in direct frontline combat in order to assess its performance, before withdrawing them from the front line. No official information has been published yet regarding its deployment in the conflict zone. On the 4th of September 2023, TASS reported that the T-14 Armata has been withdrawn from Ukraine. It was deployed in an indirect fire role to test it in real combat conditions while being shielded from direct assault operations. The tank was said to have received additional side protection from anti-tank ammunition. In March 2024, the CEO of Rostock, Sergei Kimizov, finally confirmed that the tank has never been deployed in Ukraine for being too expensive and the T-90 being a more efficient option. Design, edit. The Armata was designed over the course of 5 years, and features a number of innovative characteristics, including an unmanned turret. The crew of 3 is seated in an armored capsule in the front of the hull, which will also include a toilet for the crew. Armament, edit. The Vacuum 1 armor-piercing fin-stabilized discarding sabot, APFS, round, developed for the Tu-82-1M gun, has a penetrator that is 900 mm long, and is said to be capable of penetrating 1000 mm of rolled homogeneous armor, RHA, equivalent at a distance of 2 km. The new controlled detonation 10-inch HE-frag shell is available and has entered service. The gun is capable of firing new guided missiles like the 9M119M1 INVA-M, which has an effective range of 100 m to 5 km, and can engage low-flying air targets such as helicopters, with a new 3 UBK-21 Sprinter anti-tank guided missile, ATGM, with an effective range up to 12 km developed specifically for it. The 3 UBK-25 active homing ATGM is currently under development. The secondary armament consists of a 12.7108 mm CUD, Grau Index 6P49, machine gun with 300 rounds, not observed during the 2015 parade, and a 7.6254 mm Arpechanic PKP, Grau Index 6P41, or APKTM 6P7, machine gun with 1000 rounds. All guns are remotely controlled. In addition, another 1000 rounds can be stored separately. The 152 mm cannon, which was first developed in 2000 for the T-95 prototype, has a high-speed APFS shell with a 1980 m/s muzzle velocity, only dropping to 1900 m/s at 2 km. However, Russian engineers have so far kept the 125 mm size gun, assessing that improvements in ammunition are enough to increase effectiveness while concluding that a larger bore weapon would offer few practical advantages. The T-14 could also be modified to use anti-aircraft missiles. A 30 mm anti-aircraft gun could be installed in the near future. In August 2022, Russian media reported that the 38th Research, Development, and Testing Institute of Armored Hardware and Armament proposed a list of new features for a prospective future T-14 design at the turn of the 2030s, which included the following. 1 system of symbiosis between T-14 tank and dedicated reconnaissance drone. 2 152 mm main gun. 3 thermobaric ammo for 152 mm. 4 supersonic armor-piercing ammo for 152 mm. 5 ATGM for 152 mm with aiming forward/guidance system fire and forget. 6 improved target detection and identification at 6+ km. 7 redesigned turret and new autoloader for accommodating 152 mm gun and ammo. Mobility, edit. During the prototype stage, several engines with power outputs ranging from 1500 to 2000 HP were tested on the platform, with the 1500 HP version reportedly allowing a max speed of 82 km per hour. The T-14 is powered by ACHTZ-12N360, a 85-30 diesel engine with a displacement of 34.6 liters delivering up to 1,100 kilowatts, 1,500 HP. The engine's theoretical maximum power, which is not normally used, is 1,500 kilowatts, 2,000 HP, at the cost of radically decreasing its service life, with a projected minimum 2,000 hours at a nominal 1,100 kilowatts, 1,500 HP, comparable to other modern tank engines, and up to 10,000 hours at a moderated 890 kilowatts, 1,200 HP. The engine is electronically controlled. Operational range is over 500 kilometers, 300 mi. The T-14 has a 12-speed automatic gearbox, with a top speed of 80-90 km /h, 50-56 miles per hour. Sources suggest a partly or fully hydrostatic transmission. Unlike previous Russian and Soviet designs, such as the T-90/80/72/64, the T-14 has 700 mm road wheels per side, based on the T-80 variant. This may have been done to improve the pivoting ability of the tank, as an active suspension system improves the target lock time by a factor of 2.2, and reduces the time frame between target detection and reaction by 31%, all due to the resulting smoother ride. Protection, edit. The main protective armor is built with a new steel codenamed 44SS Visha, which has extremely high durability and is able to withstand extreme temperature environments. It is 15% lighter than steel used on older tanks. There is also completely new approach to composite armor with an unknown ceramic layer and utilizing explosive reactive armor, ERA, within its base design, as a continuous layer, not in a form of added bricks. Applique armor is on the sides in forward 2/3. Slat, cage, armor is in the rear 1/3 on the sides and the back. The T-14's crew of 3 is protected by an internal armored capsule. Both the chassis and the turret are equipped with the Malachite dual-era system on the front, sides and the top. The tank uses an integrated, computerized control system which monitors the state and functions of all tank modules. In battle, the software can analyze threats and then either suggest or automatically take actions to eliminate them, while without the external threat it can detect and rectify crew errors. Serial production of the Armata platform's ceramic armor components began in mid-2015. The tank features the Afghanit, Russian, Active Protection System, APS. Previous Russian APS were either hard kill versions, Drozd, Arena, or soft kill version, Shtra-1. Hard kill measures kinetically attack threatening missiles or other munitions, while soft kill measures disrupt guidance systems, laser dazzlers or infrared emitters. Afghanit is about to introduce the first dual system with both soft and hard actions incorporated. It includes a millimeter wave radar to detect, track, and intercept incoming anti-tank munitions, both kinetic energy penetrators and tandem charges. Currently, the maximum speed of the interceptable target is 1,700 m/s, Mach 5.0, with projected future increases of up to 3,000 m/s, Mach 8.8. According to news sources, it protects the tank from all sides, however it is not geared towards shooting upwards to defend against top attack munitions. Defense Update released an analysis of the tank in May 2015, speculating that Afghanit's main sensors are the 4 panels mounted on the turret's sides, which are probably AESA radar panes spread out for a 360 degrees view, with possibly one more on top of the turret. In their opinion, the active part of the system consists of both a hard kill and soft kill element, the first of which actively destroys an incoming projectile, such as an unguided rocket or artillery shell, while the second confuses the guidance systems of ATGMs, causing them to lose target lock. They believe that it would be effective against third and fourth generation ATGMs, including Hellfire, TOW, Bill, Javelin, Spike, Brimstone, and Jotun, as well as sensor-fused weapons, SFW. Some Russian sources claim the hard-kill APS is effective even against depleted uranium-cored APFS rounds traveling at 1.52 km/s, 0.93 1.24 m/s, but others are skeptical, saying the fragmentation charge would not do much to the dense penetrator. While it might be able to push it off course somewhat with a hit-to-kill approach, it likely will not do much to stop it. According to a Russian Ministry of Defense source, practical tests confirmed the destruction of the uranium subcaliber projectile, goal speed up to 2 km/s. However, several outside analysts remain skeptical, as the feat has not yet been independently verified or even publicly demonstrated. Afghanit hard-kill launchers are the long tubes mounted in groups of 5 between the turret's front sides and the chassis. These send out an electronically activated charge that fires an unknown type of warhead towards the target. Many analysts currently assume it is some form of high explosive fragmentation charge, but the possibility has been raised by other sources of the usage of a more solid warhead, possibly similar to an explosively formed penetrator, as seen in Russian patent RU-2263-268. The tank is also equipped with the NII Stali Upper Hemisphere Protection Complex, which consists of 2 steerable cartridges with 12 smaller charges each, and a turret top BLS with 2 more similar cartridges, corresponding to the vehicle's soft-kill APS. Additionally, using the AESA radar and anti-aircraft machine gun, it is possible to destroy incoming missiles and slow-flying shells, except kinetic energy penetrators. In July 2015, the deputy director of the Ural-Vagan-Zavod tank manufacturing company claimed the T-14 would be invisible to radar and infrared detection due to radar-absorbing paint and the placement of components with heat signatures deep within the hull. The turret's shape is designed to reduce its radio and thermal signature for a stealth ground vehicle. American and Russian armor experts have doubts about these unproven claims. A retired senior U.S. military officer said that sensitive modern thermal technology could detect things such as vehicle movement, a weapon firing, an exposed crewman, or the exhaust of an engine capable of moving a 50-ton tank regardless of heat-generating component placement. Analysts also pointed out that most stealth technology in Russia has been for aircraft to reduce their radar cross-section from airborne or ground-based detection, while in a ground vehicle the approach would be to make it indistinguishable from ground clutter to optimize shielding from air-to-ground detection, and the two techniques do not necessarily overlap. In August 2022, based on experience from conflict in Ukraine, Russian Army requested, and engineers suggested following improvements. 1. Increased range for APS detection of potential threat and, also, increased range for hard-kill action measures of Afghanit. 2. Improved T-14 all-out shielding against RPGs and ATGMs. 3. Enhanced electronics protection against electromagnetic and microwave weapons. 4. New system for remotely deactivating at landmines. Sensors and communication, edit. The T-14 is equipped with 26.540 GHz active electronically scanned array radar, which is used mainly by the APS. The T-14 uses highly protected communication channels that connect a group of T-14s and the command post. The commander and gunner have largely identical multispectral image sights, with visible electromagnetic spectrum and thermography channels and laser rangefinders. The commander's sight is installed on the turret top and has a 360 degrees field of view, while the gunner's, situated in the turret's niche to the gun's left, is slaved to it and is additionally equipped with a direct vision periscopic channel and laser designator for the T-14's gun-launched, SACLOS anti-tank missiles. The detection distance of tank-sized objects for both sites is 7,500 m, 8,000, in daylight, through the TV/periscope